Hi. Just wanted to make a video about something I learned recently called the Hermetic allegory or Hermetic process. Um, for me, this is the final exoteric truth that I found that helps me understand what the characters here are actually doing potentially. And it has helped me tremendously. I hope it helps you also in some way, shape, or form. So before continuing, I just want to let everyone know that I am very well aware of the following. Number one, the appearance of the characters or actors on the screen. Number two, fake/manufactured events. Number three, the shape or shapes of this realm. Number four is story of lies. Number five, first-hand or second-hand information. The all caps, ownership/use, currency, debt, etc. of a positivist category. Number six, Matrix/Dream Tech Bakery. Number seven, Western medicine and its concepts. And number eight, pretty much most quote unquote conspiracy tech information. Um, so in the description, I'll put channels that have helped me come to a state of being, for self consciousness, or call it. Um, and please take whatever is being presented here as an opinion and then observe. I decided to put this together in response to Matt's video on For the Voice about the small town high school with the platoon number one, the picture guy. And hopefully it's time for consciousness to spread this information and for it to create an understanding. And kind of be finished seeing this. Um, so I wrote a script. This will be my fifth time recording. I'm not very good at this. Hopefully it'll go better. So let's try to get started. From what I've read and observed, the characters always put some sort of truth in everything. For the movies, TV, music, books, fairy tales, or from real life. So I'm reading this book called Hermeticism by Roy Norville. He goes into some about the Hermetic allegory. Some examples came into Little Red Riding Hood, Seeking Beauty, the songs Tragic Kingdom by No Doubt, or Talking to the Moon by Bruno Mars, the movie Tenet, the other movie Nobody, TV shows Mr. Robot and The Prisoner, which you can watch The Prisoner for free on YouTube. The characters seem to want people to watch it. It's actually not that bad. Okay, so let's get into some of the basic representations of the process and the allegories that accompany it. So we'll go by colors. So colors, the main colors are black, white, and red. Sometimes yellow, but black, white, and red are the most important colors from what I've seen and observed and read. Yeah, so we have to quickly check here. Yes, the fourth color that supposedly is left out usually is citrullus. It's yellowness. One of the four major stages on the alchemical magnum opus, referred to as transmutation of silver into gold or yellowing of the lunar consciousness. Uh, the other three stages were black, white, and red. Let's get into some allegories of what things can mean. So we went to colors, the main colors at least. And then there's this words or places or things that can represent the subconscious mind, which can be Solomon's temple, Zion, Eden, a cave, nether regions, I believe, maybe. The heart of the direction east, Eye of the Storm, Heaven, Yahweh, Jehovah, YHVH, IHVH, however you want to do it. Heart, Atlantis, also Ode, Sun, Scepter of the Maze, Crossing Seven Circle, etc. There's a lot. There's probably much more delicious sentence I've observed. And now we'll get into the process of meditation, the allegory that it entails. Could be climbing, excessive sweating, traveling, a desert, a ladder, thunder, earthquakes, silver, or anything shiny in general, maze, fighting, forest, water, reflection, morning dew, mana, the moon, pieces, a woman, an egg or vase. I believe also the statue of the thinker of the gates of hell, and the hanged man of the tarot card. To give me just the egg. Now we'll get into the allegories of the conscious mind, which can represent a rock, lead, grass, giants, snakes, dogs, devil, zombies, werewolves, etc. Pretty much anything heavy or uncontrollable. The characters, as we like to know, like to use numbers to a fairly high degree. Could be the allegory could be the amount of time it takes, or the amount of the process finishing. As you see, black, white, and red, you can see three. There's three steps, three-step process. Uh, First, the issues of the process. The allegories could be noblemen, I believe priests, maybe anointed, circumcised, good men, and gentlemen. And in that video, you was wondering why the characters kept calling that guy the gentleman. And it's probably why. It's because he's the initiate of the process. So we know that the characters like to use a lot of wordplay, etymology, mythology, and symbology to a very high extent, and they combine them very often. So those are just some basic representations of the allegories. Um, I guess the colors typically represent the stage of the process one is on. Black is the conscious mind about to begin the arduous journey toward meditation. White is death, the conscious mind, or purification heading into subconscious. And red is the completion or bridging of the conscious into the subconscious. These are done through meditation, supposedly. As I've said, the color yellow is represented part of the alchemical process in Hermeticism, come before red and after white. To consider these lesser Mesopotamian deities. The main one, Triad of Heaven, Anu, Supreme God, prime recreation, embodied in the sky. Sky, again, could potentially be subconscious. But when you look at associated color, black, white, and red, it is the alchemical the process typified by Anu, and the symbol itself is the process of completion. I can see there are other gods in Ki and Yo. You can see the representative colors. It's also gold, yellow, silver, green, red, orange, white, blue, black. I think, I don't know if it's what I've observed. I think you can or substitute the color black for blue. I think, 100% sure, in the process. So it could be, instead of black, white, and red, it could be blue, white, and red. I think. I'm not 100% sure. And now you can see this is the tetragrammaton of the word Jehovah, Yahweh, YHVH, or sorry, YHVH, IHVH. And I believe these characters here are on the tarot card, the Fool, on the collar of the Fool. Can't remember where the exact spot, but I believe it's there somewhere. Okay. So now let's go into some mythologies. Something I looked at was Argus. I read somewhere that Argus meant was one of could be typified as the all-seeing eye. Something I read, so I decided to look a little bit on it, and uh, so let's see, what is it? Hermes. This is to free Io. Zeus had Argus slain by Hermes, and Argus is a giant with supposedly 100 eyes, and uh, Hermes disguised himself as a shepherd, put all of Argus's eyes asleep in smoking chimes, then slew him by hitting him with a stone. Here we can see that it's just, according to the allegory, it's just part of the process. So the giant Argus is typified by the uncontrolled thoughts of the conscious mind. So Hermes is there to use through the power of meditation of the heavy rock, kill him, kill it. According to Zeus's command, which is again probably loading the subconscious. And again, Hermes is just the power of reflection, power of meditation. Because I think in his other name is Mercury. Mercury is very shiny, silvery. And something interesting is Hera had the 100 eyes of Argus preserved forever in a peacock's tail. And we see the characters like to dress in interesting clothing. And it's very deep colored. That's it. But yeah, this is just, again, another part of the process in a mythology or whatever you want to call this. And now let's get into the, again, 12 gods, 12 Olympians. They're probably just a allegory of the Zodiac. Here, just Roman gods and Greek god names. This it goes through all of history. Just different names for different characters, for different cultures, for different places. Speaking of the Zodiac, how it probably just represents the Zodiac. In the book Hermes Unveiled, the chapter dedicated to the Glastonbury Zodiac. And if for anyone who follows math videos, these are huge, geocentric, I forget what you call them, placed into the ground. How did they do it? Don't know. Thousands of years ago, how did they have the tools and arts to do this? Don't know. But hopefully in the next video I can read the chapter. It's very, very interesting. What he talks about the Zodiac. Blue glassing very simple. So now we can just get into just quickly the story of Jesus. I'm sure most of us maybe not know it, but heard of it. That he began his ministry at 30, died at 33, and it was 3 days until he rose again after his death. So 3 years from 30 to reach maturity / meditation and finish the process and see death of 3 days, or the 3-step process of black to white to red. And I guess you could say his childhood was black. His ministry, so 30 to 33, was white, and his death was red. And I found something interesting in the book mentioning this quote. And what was it? Matthew 16, verse 23. Jesus turned and said to Peter, "Get behind me, Satan. You're a stumbling block to me. Do not have in mind the concerns of God, but merely human concerns." So as I said, the characters use etymology, i.e., Peter is just a word for stone. And supposedly Satan or the devil is represented as the conscious mind, uncontrolled thoughts. So Jesus being the personification of the subconscious mind, telling Peter to get behind him. Just again, another story. And then you got the 12 apostles. Yeah, probably just another representation of the Zodiac. As we see black crosses, we see white crosses, and we see red cross, actual red cross. Not a coincidence. Let's try to quickly get into a story in the Bible about Absalom. I know this is the end because this is like the fifth time we recorded. But basically, Absalom gets his hair caught in an oak tree. And as it says, Joab says, "I'm not going to wait like this for you." So he took 3 javelins in his hand and plunged them into Absalom's heart while Absalom was still alive in the oak tree. 3 javelins, these 3 steps, like wet red, plunged into Absalom's heart. Not his physical heart, not the beating thing in his chest, but the heart of the mind, the inner mind, or conscious mind, or not call it, while he was still alive in the oak tree. So a lot of the characters like to use trees a lot. I'm assuming it has to do with hanging in trees a lot to be able to present some meditation. So he just finished. It's just the process told in a story of the Bible. Probably all stories in the Bible is just the process of the story. Okay, that's just a quick picture, and also the 12 tribes. There's Israel, and probably just not the allegory of Somalia. So something interesting was looking up. After I finished watching Mr. Robot, I looked up some etymology. I looked up the word Deus, Deus, and then somehow I came to the story of Ragnarok and how Tyr sacrificed his right hand so the other gods were able to bind the wolf Fenrir to a stone to stop it from devouring the cosmos. Um, just once I saw this picture, I had a thought that it resembles this thing that all characters do. And then it hit me. It's just, it could be just a allegory for the story of Tyr in Ragnarok. How he sacrificed his right hand, his conscious self, so the other gods were able to bind the wolf, the nosy conscious mind, Fenrir, to a stone, something heavy, to stop him from devouring the cosmos. Cosmos is probably just meaning the subconscious, or the all one creator, God, whatever you want to call it. In the same story, you have Odin, one-eyed god, Odin. How he sacrificed his, I, I don't know if it's right eye or left eye, but he sacrificed one of his eyes to obtain knowledge. So there's something. Um, this and just like in the story of Absalom, how he was hanging from a tree and he got pierced by 3 javelins. Odin also did something similar when he wanted to drink from the well, pool of knowledge. He Starts to hang from an oak tree also, pierce himself with the javelin, and stare into the water. And also, obviously, sacrifice his eye to obtain knowledge. So it's just a process in the story. The part of reflection, part of meditation, the part of the conscious mind going into meditation, etc. So reminds me, the one-eyed, as we all know, the characters I love doing it. So I had a thought. Maybe this is why the characters would potentially. Just some quick things. Tier that I looked at. Where is it? This is the rune that he's known for, Tier. Looks like an arrow pointing up. Then I led way to here. So all the runes associated with this language. Some of them look familiar. Some of them don't. This is the number one for Tier. T-Boss rune. Number one. There's something interesting above. And as we can see, the days of the week, if I can find it, the days of the week also uses a lot of Norse mythology. Tuesday is Tyr's Day. They got Tyr. Wednesday, Odin's Day. Thursday, it's Thor's Day. Got Thor. Friday, it's Freyg's Day, but I think it's actually meant to mean Freya. Also been both Norse mythology. Saturday, also obviously Saturn. And then you got Sunday, which is Sun's Day. Monday, Moon's Day. Something interesting I came across. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about how I don't think I have it here, but I'll try to find it. The Egyptian god Ra battling Snake Apep until Bastet or kills Apep. Let me see if I can find it. It's one moment. Okay, so the story of Bastet killing Apep. You see this hard picture. Cat cuts off the head of a snake next to a tree. Snake, uncontrolled thoughts, conscious mind, true meditation, or some kind of tree meditation. And the cat. I believe in Egypt culture, it was a cat is very precious. And Bastet, the character Bastet is known as the, I think, moon goddess. I believe. So we found this. It just says that Bastet was the daughter of Ra. He knew that every day she would ride through the sky with her father, Ra, or sun god Ra. As his boat pulled through the sun and the sky, she would watch over and protect her. At night, she would turn into a cat to protect Ra from his fiercest enemy, the serpent Apep. As we can see earlier, that she cuts the head off the snake. Okay, so after one more the Egyptian story of the cat killed the snake. There was another one. Who lives Hindu, Vidija. I'm sure I pronounce it. Vidija is a Vedic serpent or dragon or demon, the personification of Jao, an adversary Indra. Vidija is identified as Ashura. Vidija was also known as Vedas, snake. It appears as a dragon blocking the course of the rivers and is heroically slain by Indra. So with this quick little story, the dragon, uncontrolled thoughts, is blocking the rivers of humanity for meditation, reflection, and ascend by Indra. Power of conscious, power of the subconscious, or meditation. Um, it's interesting because as you can see here, click it. Who's associated with lightning, thunder, storms, rains, rivers, and war. It's like Thor. Something quick and interesting. And this will quickly look at the story Ragnarok of Thor and this giant snake. This from Hjörmungandr. It's known as the Midgard serpent or the road serpent. Also the Ouroboros snake you could get something tail with an old tree or some kind of tree in the middle. So in the story of Ragnarok, Thor kills Hjörmungandr. And in the process, the snake kills Thor. But I don't know if it's here, but supposedly Thor walks 9 paces before falling to the ground. He will fall dead after walking 9 paces, having been poisoned by the serpent's deadly venom. Again, it's another killing of the conscious mind. It's just some interesting things about stories. How a lot of different cultures have very similar stories, regardless. Just something interesting. So now let's get to the point of one of the points of why I made the video. So we just want free voice and one last chance to reach your best friend. The 33 wearing Picture Boy guy here. So let me go over one thing I wrote. It says, when listening to Matt's vid, one last chance to reach your best friend and listen to the story. It sounded like the Hermetic allegory. According to the stories, a guy in a trench coat with a gun shot 3 times, and then 33 guy ducked under a desk and then ran outside to climb a 7-foot wall into a parking lot. So the 33 guy was shot in the back/middle of the head with an exit wound to the left side of the neck. The 33 guy in the MSNBC video states the gun was a charcoal gray color. Charcoal gray can be dark gray or a mix of black and white. When I was looking at news articles, I couldn't find a mention of the color of the weapon used. But from the minuscule search I did, bullets seemed to be made from lead, copper, or brass. Again, these are typified by this conscious mind, heaviness. So I believe the entire personification of trench coat guy, Bang Bang, seems to be the initiator of the conscious mind into meditation. And it's being banged in the middle of the head with an exit wound to the top. With an exit wound to the left, conscious mind. 33 guy mentions in videos he went under a desk and flipped it, but in news articles I just mentioned he went under a desk. I believe went under the desk. It's a symbol for meditation, and then running outside to climb a 7-foot walk be the continual power of meditation, as explained some other kids weren't able to climb. And reach the parking lot. In another interview, he mentions he was in art class. And in the back of the hallway, to the back entrance of the school, the right door is locked, but the left door is always unlocked. Well, to quote this, it's in the back of the school so nobody sees it, and it's easy to get in. End quote. From this, we can see that it's easy to allow the conscious mind to wreak havoc on our being when left unchecked. The school itself may be a symbol of the body and mind. Hence the school, Santa Fe. Fe, or Fe, is iron and periodic table elements, and Santa from the old Nick, Satan, or Saturn, also symbols of the heavy conscious mind. All this seems to be just hermetic process stored in this reality to seem real. So if we just quickly look at the etymology of art, um, skill and cunning and trickery. There's something interesting that came up with. So, work of art. This is craft. So that's all it is to me. It's a lot of stories, regardless of what it is that we've seen. It's most likely just talking about the process took through allegory, which in this reality makes it seem to be real, when in fact it is not real. At least according to us who can see. So the next thing I want to go over was I had a thought was this thing, this thingy. Sorry, I remember going back to what I wrote. I remember two of the ingredients to the Action Jackson supposedly are this T Marisol, Mercury, and where is it? Here we go, an egg. So after looking at this place, this website, I had a thought that the characters are using this as an allegory for the process itself. And when you look at the etymology of needle, research, here we go. A needle is to haggle and make you a bargain. Hence, what you see now, in order to do something or go somewhere or do whatever's to get anything, you get the needle, which is haggle and make you a bargain. And also, you could just split the word out. Need L, Need, Needel, need L, need God. So the characters on the screen are when the masses accept to this thing, the Action Jackson. It's like they're going to a form of meditation or something. Let's see, it's drawn an A. It's to keep it here, to keep it effective. Here you go. This thing to help boost it. Here to prevent contamination. And here to kill. And here to prevent. So that sounds to me, it's just an allegory for the process. The problem is probably not good for you. Most likely. Mother told me a story about her what happened to her back in the day. I'm getting her mops. Diggy. Um, see now, something also interesting that made me think of this. And the connection was this. So when I saw this on TV, when I was at work, this black fungus. This reduces chance of black fungus. And I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Black fungus. And I thought about it. Wait a minute. This is just another allegory. about talking about the process in general. Black. Got the thing inside. Looks white-ish. Or clear, at least. And then you got the blood in you. Red. Just interesting. Um, I think another thing I want to get into was the story Matt talked about and the Northern Territory in Australia about the gold mine and the CD. Again, just another story for the allegory, the process. Uh, Gold, as we learned, is the end result, the attainment of the final end of the process. A mine, or you can replace the E with a D. It's phonetically gold mined. One tested. So they have to all go under this isolation thing. And even look at the Northern Territory. Where is it? The Red Rock Domes. Red Rock. Again, just another allegory. The story had to take place in it. Just interesting. See if I can quickly find it. Didn't get it ready, but um, one moment. So notice that the word mass represents the people around us, typically called masses, a mass. And we know that cancer is called a lump or a mass itself. So it's another interesting thought. Thought I'd bring up. Um, so you know how I mentioned that upon reflection is typically like water, a mirror, or something shiny, and going through the process, there's a ladder, Jacob's ladder. You're climbing up the ladder, doing something interesting I thought of. uh, Walking under a ladder. When you walk under ladders, believe that you would face death by hanging. Bad luck. And the other bad luck is when you break a mirror. Again, just another. There's a reason why this would be a reason. It's because the process itself is being not fulfilled. As you see here, breaking a mirror will terminate its powers. The soul would go astray from the body, and misfortunes would be brought upon whose reflection that's held. So one last thing was, oops, on that RT. So when this video came out, I saw it within a few minutes and thought it was interesting. After a mother reunited with toddler after he survives 2 nights alone in the woods. That alone is talking about the process. 2 nights, nighttime is the inner mind, night, wood, forest, going through meditation. 2 nights. After an intense 2-day search, 21 month. So again, 21 month. If you add it, 3. And he was found by his mother. And you can see these people are wearing green. You can see here, it's covered in some sort of silver, looking, foil looking thing. And then this was in not too long ago, last month. There's another one I just randomly found 2 years ago. Same exact thing. Missing for 2 nights. 3-year-old boy in a Siberian forest. again, wrapped in some kind of silvery foil looking thing, shiny. You see the characters in the background look a little off. But yeah, it's just, I don't know why they do it or have to do it, but just interesting. More stories that are just telling of the process. Okay, I think this is my actual final one. I came across this random. Yeah, I don't know why. But oh, I was looking watching this pretty generic anime on Netflix, and one of the characters that appeared is Lupu. And his horse is called Red Hair. So when the horse itself is just the personification of the thoughts, and the horse is red. So Lupu, the character Lupu, is able to complete the process, I should say. Whether or not he was a real person doesn't matter. And then I came across this story of Alexander and Bucephalus, however you want to pronounce that. Phallus, yada yada. Um, the taming of Bucephalus. He is described as having a black coat with a large white star on his head. Sure. What was it? So, because no one could tame the animal, the king was interested. However, Alexander was, and he offered to pay himself should he fail. He was given a chance to subdue it. He spoke soothingly to the horse and turned it toward the sun so that it could no longer see its own shadow, which had been the cause of its distress. Successfully tamed the horse. So by this, again, this small little story, see that the character Alexander tamed his thoughts. Finishing process. So I guess all in all, I'd like to say that process, the allegory, isn't everything. It just has to. Don't know why. Um, I think the system itself, the characters that inhabit it, are very equilibrium. So a lot more that I learned not too long ago. Say Otherworld Sage. It's like I would say that I wouldn't have been able to come to this state without all the characters too. And hopefully, so it was a long video. Hopefully, this explanation has helped you understand a little bit of what the stories are, and that it's just an allegory for the process. Uh, I think the next video is going to be just me reading the chapter of the Glastonbury of Zodiac, and then I want to do a quick rundown of the show Married with Children, and then probably just a robot and other stuff, and how it's just, again, just the allegory, hermetic process done through certain mediums. And again, highly recommend listening to Tragic Kingdom by No Doubt for a good song. Thank you.